Hello and welcome to Delaware Valley University's Founders Ceremony. I'm Ben Rusolowski and I have the pleasure and privilege of serving Del Val as its Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Faculty. While the COVID-19 pandemic has forced us to conduct this annual event in a rather different manner, it has not altered our commitment to our core values, including acting as one learning community with one purpose. Today, as a united learning community, we will recognize and honor our heritage as well as the outstanding achievements of our students, faculty, and staff. We are and we remain Del Val Strong. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the Chair of Delaware Valley University's Board of Trustees, Mr. Majid Al-Saya.
Thank you, Dr. Rusolowski. We're living in very challenging times with this pandemic. Challenging in ways we've not experienced in our lifetime. You, our outstanding students, our faculty, and our staff have shown impressive resiliency and perseverance during these difficult days. It's especially important during such times that we celebrate your accomplishments. And I'm proud to say, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire university family, that the dreams and aspirations and visions of our founders, Dr. Joseph Kraskoff and Dr. James Work, are embodied in these outstanding honorees. We look forward with pride, high hopes, and confidence in the future where Delaware Valley University and its alumni will continue to achieve many great things in the fulfillment of this noble mission. Our founder, Dr. Rabbi Kraskoff, said the following: I believe all people should acquire knowledge and foster it, love progress and further it. Thank you for doing your part to live up to this ideal. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our president, Dr. Maria Gallo.
Welcome to Founders Day, our annual celebration of the outstanding achievements of Delaware Valley University students, faculty, and staff. From our founding as the National Farm School in 1896 to our present incarnation as Delaware Valley University, our beloved institution has seen many changes in its 124-year history. Even today, we are conducting our Founders Day ceremony in a way to adapt to current conditions. One constant, however, has been Joseph Kraskoff's founding principle, science with practice. That intrinsic trait, experiential learning, is so important to us that we've placed it at the center of both our vision and our strategic plan. Delaware Valley University will be the leader in experiential education, empowering all learners to transform the world. Our determination to extend a vision that dates literally from our earliest days is a tribute, certainly to Rabbi Kraskoff and to everyone at Del Val who has personified this principle over the years. This is especially true for those we honor today. And so I thank our award recipients for your contributions to our great university, and I congratulate you for your achievements. You inspire and serve as role models for others, and your efforts make a difference. We are stronger and better for your presence with us, even if we cannot be physically together now to celebrate them and you. It is now my pleasure to turn the program over to Dr. Rusolowski to begin the recognition ceremony.
Thank you, President Gallo. We now recognize members of Delaware Valley University's various honor societies. Alpha Lambda Delta is the Freshman Honor Society. It acknowledges first-year students who earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher during their first semester of study. Delta Tau Alpha is the National Agriculture Honor Society. The organization promotes and recognizes scholarship and leadership accomplishments of agricultural students while emphasizing character development, enhancing undergraduate preparation for professional positions, and joining with other agricultural students' organizations in the promotion of agriculture. Kappa Delta Pi. The mission of Kappa Delta Pi is to promote excellence in and recognize outstanding contributions to education. Kappa Delta Pi endeavors to maintain a high degree of professional fellowship among its members, to advance professional growth, and to honor achievement in educational work. To these ends, it shall invite to membership persons who exhibit commendable professional qualities, worthy educational ideals, and sound scholarship, regardless of race, ethnicity, age, religion, gender, or sexual identity or disability. Sigma Beta Delta, the International Honor Society for Business, Management, and Administration, encourages and recognizes scholarship and achievement among students of business, management, and administration. It further promotes personal and professional improvement and a life distinguished by honorable service to humankind. The Order of Omega is a leadership honor society for members of Greek organizations which recognizes juniors and seniors who have demonstrated excellence in scholarship, leadership, and involvement on and off campus. Members represent the top 3% of students on campus. Please join me in congratulating all of these students on their many accomplishments. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dave Duda, the Director of Athletics, to present the Frank Wolfgang Scholar Athlete Award.
Thank you, Ben. I am honored to be presenting the Frank Wolfgang Scholar Athlete Award. Each year, the athletic department gets together as a staff and votes upon the senior student athletes in search of one male and one female that is the epitome of a Division III athlete here at Del Val. A Division III student athlete discovers and develops their potential and dedicates themselves through participating in a competitive athletic environment while maintaining academic success, garnering life skills such as teamwork, leadership, sportsmanship, social interaction, and community service. An academic standard of a 3.0 cumulative GPA is required for eligibility for the Frank Wolfgang Award. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the athletic department, to present this year's Frank Wolfgang Scholar Athlete recipients. Our female winner is Rosie Bishop from the field hockey team, and the male honor goes to Vincent DeLeo from the football team. I would like to take a moment now to talk a little bit about each individual. We'll start with Rosie Bishop, a 4-year starter as a goalkeeper for the field hockey team and a pre-professional biology major with a cumulative GPA of 3.72. Rosie is easy to find on campus as she is involved in many clubs and organizations outside athletics. She is a Rambassador, a member of the Sunshine Club, a peer mentor, a member of the Student Conduct Board, and an executive member of Alpha Phi Omega. Rosie is a native of Great Meadows, New Jersey, and a graduate from Hackettstown High School. She joined the Aggies field hockey. Since she has joined the Aggies field hockey program, she started 49 games in the cage with 51 appearances. She has 19 wins to her credit with a goals against average of 2.21 and amassed 321 saves with 10 career shutouts. This year, she stopped a career best 83% of the shots she faced and made 8.27 saves per contest, both of which led the entire MAC Freedom Conference. She has been named to the MAC Academic Honor Roll every year and has been on the National Field Hockey Coaches Association National Academic Team twice. Prior to this season, she was named a team captain. Upon graduation, Rosie plans to continue her education in pursuit of a master's degree in genetic counseling to ultimately land her dream job in the field of science. You will always be an Aggie, Rosie, and congratulations. On the male side, I am happy to present the Frank Wolfgang Scholar Athlete Award to Vincent DeLeo from football. Vinny is an accounting major from Philadelphia and Bishop McDevitt High School and has maintained a 3.04 cumulative GPA. His resume as an Aggie is storied and long, but it is well-deserved and a testament to Vince's dedication to the craft of his sport and his education. He excels on and off the field as a model citizen on campus. You can always catch Vince at an athletic event or in the gym supporting other programs in our department. Vince has been a 4-year starting linebacker and a team captain for the storied Aggie football program that had 4 of its best seasons, with DeLeo leading one of the best defenses in the country. Only 4 Del Val football teams ever have advanced to the NCAA quarterfinals, and Vince was a key contributor for 2 of those runs. During his time, the team won 41 games with just 7 losses, while capturing 3 straight MAC championships, 3 NCAA appearances, 2 Elite 8 showings, and a Centennial Bowl championship. This season, the Aggies put together a magical run that took them to Virginia, Delaware, and Chicago for NCAA playoff games. Individually, Vince has been named an All-Conference player 3 times, a member of the Academic Honor Roll, and was named to the Academic All-MAC team in 2018. In 4 years with Del Val football, he never missed a single game, playing in 48 for his career, including a handful this season, with half of his left arm wrapped in a hard cast. He amassed 144 tackles, 34 tackles for loss, 16 sacks, 3 fumble recoveries, 2 forced fumbles, and 16 passes defended. His willingness to play through injuries for his teammates exemplifies the kind of person that Vince is. Today, Vince is working with an agent to pursue his dreams of playing football professionally. Congratulations, and thank you for your efforts. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Amanda Moore, President of the Student Government Board.
Hello, my name is Amanda Moore, and I'm the current president of Delaware Valley University's Student Government Board. Being part of Student Government Board has been one of my favorite things that I have experienced over the past 4 years. Today, I have the honor of presenting 3 Founders Day Service Awards on the behalf of SGB. These awards are given annually to members of the community who have made outstanding contributions to SGB and the student body. 1 will be given to the member of administration, 1 to the faculty, and 1 to a staff member. Our first recipient is a member of the administration who every student can recognize as a valuable resource and a friend. Andrew Moyer is someone who is always willing to help students and is one of the kindest and patient people I know. As Assistant Dean of Students and Director of Student Involvement, Andrew is always planning and doing something on campus. He gets to know his students right from the start, from Acceptance Students Day, open houses, and student orientation. He is also involved in Leadership Development Program, where he teaches E360 classes and prepares students for life after college. Andrew is one to always go out of his way to say hello to students and to make them feel appreciated and welcomed on campus. It is because of these acts that the Student Government Board is proud to honor Andrew Moyer with the SGB Administrative Founders Day Award. Our second recipient is a member of the faculty who is dedicated to teaching and has demonstrated that he is a dedicated professor as well. Dr. Stevens is a devoted organic chemistry science professor who is willing to go out of his way to help his students understand the curriculum. He encourages students to learn the material and not just memorize it. Dr. Stevens has had a tough year, but still continues to check up on his students. He really cares for student success, and it does not go unnoticed. Dr. Stevens has made an impact on so many lives, including mine. He was a professor always willing to help me succeed. Dr. Stevens is a professor that is a true representation of what Del Val is. Because of this, I am proud to be awarding him with the SGB Faculty Founders Day Award. Our last recipient today is a member of the staff. If you live on campus, most students have had an interaction with this staff member and would agree that he is very caring and friendly and has a good sense of humor and is always going out of his way to help students at Del Val. It is because of these things he has made connections with so many students throughout the campus. Stu is more than just the head of the mail center. He takes his time to get to know each and every student that comes and picks up mail or a package, and always knows how to brighten up their day and make us laugh. Stu is such an incredible hard worker and is adored by many students throughout Del Val. It is my pleasure and honor to award Stu with this year's SGB Founders Day Award. I now turn it back to Dr. Ruslowski.
Thank you, Amanda. The deans will now be presenting the Departmental Achievement Awards for each school. The Departmental Achievement Awards, which are chosen by the faculty of each academic department, are given to outstanding graduating seniors with a cumulative grade point average of 3.2 who have demonstrated effective leadership and good citizenship during their time at Delaware Valley University. The criteria for this award include leadership among one's peers, academic success in the classroom, and outstanding engagement both on and off campus. Dr. Brock Sandelin, Dean of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, will announce the Departmental Achievement Awards from the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences.
Thank you, Dr. Ruslowski. It is my pleasure to recognize the Departmental Achievement Awards for the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. From the Agribusiness Department, Matthew Duckworth. From the Animal Science Department, Montana Stump. From the Equine Science and Management Department, Margaret Ryan. From the Food Science, Nutrition and Management Department, Hannah Johnson. From the Plant Science and Landscape Architecture Department, Jonathan Ruxfort. Congratulations to you all. Dr. Tanya Casas, Dean of Business and Humanities, will now announce the Department Achievement Awards from the School of Business and Humanities.
Thank you, Dr. Sandelin. It is my pleasure to recognize the Departmental Achievement Awards from the School of Business and Humanities. From Business and Information Management, Michelle Glitzer. Criminal Justice, Daniel Finelli. Education, Chloe Sees. English, Rick Horner. Liberal Arts, Mark Rother. Psychology, Shane Whitcup. Dr. Jean Smolin, Dean of Life and Physical Sciences, will announce the Departmental Achievement Awards from the School of Life and Physical Sciences.
Thank you, Dr. Casas. It is now my pleasure to recognize the Departmental Achievement Awards from the School of Life and Physical Sciences. From the Animal and Biotechnology and Conservation Department, majoring in Conservation and Wildlife Management, Catherine Alfieri. From the Biology Department, also minoring in Chemistry, Meredith Mayer. And now, Dr. Ruslowski will present the university scholars.
We now recognize our university scholars who are graduating seniors and who have achieved Dean's List for all semesters at Del Val while maintaining an overall GPA of 3.5 or higher. Please join me in congratulating these individuals for their outstanding academic accomplishments. Dr. John Wisnicki, Dean of Graduate Studies, will now present the Graduate School Scholar Award.
Thank you, Dr. Ruslowski. I have the distinct pleasure to announce Del Val's Graduate Scholar Award for 2020. This year's recipient is Emily Sjogren. Emily Sjogren embodies the ideals of Delaware Valley University's founders. Her experiences as a graduate student in the counseling psychology program provides ample evidence of this. Emily demonstrates respect for people and ideas. In the classroom, she compassionately engages others by listening, thoughtfully responding, sharing her own ideas and perspectives, and challenging injustice. She leads by modeling intelligence, passion, curiosity, and perseverance, thereby encouraging others to expand their horizons. Multiculturally engaged and aware, Emily has attended numerous extracurricular activities, including a campus-wide discussion stemming from the Del Val Diversity Survey, where she advocated on behalf of students with marginalized identities on campus. As a student, Emily is consistently engaged, articulate, thoughtful, and grounded. She is a complex thinker, demonstrates excellent communication skills, and is inquisitive, analytical, and self-reflective. Committed to experiential learning, Emily is completing her graduate counseling internship as a substance abuse counselor at Villanova University. In this position, she excels in building strong therapeutic alliances with her clients. Within this collaborative and trusting space, Emily works with clients to effect positive change and foster self-reflection while reflecting on her own growth as a person and as a counselor. Words that come to mind when we think of Emily are bright, adaptable, inclusive, savvy, sophisticated, and leader. These characteristics describe a person well-suited to represent the institution as our Graduate Scholar Award winner for 2020. Please join me in congratulating Emily Sjogren. I would like to turn the proceedings over to Dr. Gallo to present the Champion of Diversity and Inclusion Award.
I am happy to present the 2020 Champion of Diversity and Inclusion Award. This award celebrates members of the Del Val community who have demonstrated a commitment to bring diversity and inclusion into our shared experience. It was established in 2019 by the President's Commission on Diversity and is a tangible expression of our core value to respect all people. We are gratified by the number of nominations received. Students, faculty, staff, and organizational units across all campus received nominations, an indication of the breadth of good work occurring. This year's recipient is a student organization, which only affirms and underscores the powerful and positive role that such groups play in the life of our campus. The Black Student Union is being recognized for creating an inclusive education platform in which all people are welcome to learn. Although traditionally known as a social group, the Black Student Union significantly expanded its programming over the past 2 years. They have hosted events that promote knowledge of Black history and have widened their scope with the goal of engaging everyone. Their efforts have empowered current members and broadened membership across campus. The group facilitated guest forums to teach the importance of mental health, sexual health, women's support networks, and the power of voting, among other topics. They have co-sponsored events and collaborated with other organizations and departments on campus, including the Women's Summit, the African American Read-In for Black History Month, and the Minority Relations Council's Unity Day. Had the spring semester played out, BSU had planned to support what would have been Del Val's first Howley celebration, Glow's drag show, and Students for Diversity's fashion show. I am excited to present the Champion of Diversity and Inclusion Award to the Black Student Union. Thanks to all of you for making our campus a better place. Dr. Vary will now present the Founders Award. Thank you.
Each year, we recognize an outstanding member of the senior class with the Founders Award. This award is given to a student who has demonstrated leadership ability, serving as a role model for their peers as they represent the core values of a Del Val education. I'd like to thank Dr. Ben Rusolowski, Mr. Andrew Moyer, and Dr. Bruce Richards, who is this past year's Distinguished Faculty Member of the Year Award, for serving with me as the selection committee. This year's nominees are among the most engaged and talented students on our campus. In the absence of a physical program in which their names would be listed, I'd like to share their names with you in this video. We thank all the members of our community who took the time to write to nominate these students and to recognize their contributions. This year, our nominees for the Founders Award were Brandon Clegg, Sinead Cummins, Robert Duxbury, Dara Fabiano, Nigel Feliz, Jack Fitzgerald, Nikki Gaetano, Cynthia Galen, Michelle Glitzer, Khalil Lindsay, Josh Lowe, Meredith Mayer, Emma Perello, Chloe Cease, Adam Sklar, Amanda Steffen, Jessica Topka, Amanda Tracy, and Shane Woodcup. I would like to say to all of our nominees that each of you, in your own way, is leaving Del Val a little bit better than when you found it, and in our book, that's the essence of leadership. You have led and excelled in laboratories and in classrooms, on fields and courts of play and in fields of harvest, in our farms and barns and stalls, in our residence halls, our spaces for worship and for the performing arts, in clubs and organizations, and in our local community. You've been leaders and exemplars in your campus workplaces, and you've been a role model for your peers. I know that I speak for the entire community when I say that you impressed us with your accomplishments, but more, you impressed us by the letters you wrote about the ways in which your time and experiences at Del Val have been meaningful to you. We know the future will be extraordinarily bright for you as you go out into the world as ambassadors of Del Val. This year, the committee faced an extremely difficult task. I say that every year at this time, but it's true. From our impressive list of nominees, we faced the challenging prospect of interviewing a smaller group of finalists and ultimately selecting the recipient of this year's award. Each year, those of us who serve on this selection committee come away inspired, moved, and honestly re-energized about our core mission, which is our students. I wish every member of this community could sit in on our interviews. There are inevitably some good laughs and moving stories about the transformational impact Del Val has had, almost always born from some experience, whether large or small, that set these students on a wonderful adventure of maturation and discovery. Ultimately, we selected 7 finalists to interview, and I'd like to share just a few words about each. Brandon Clegg is a conservation and wildlife management major with a focus on habitat management. He's been an active member of the American Association of Zookeepers chapter, an RA on campus, a friendly face as a cashier at the market, served as a student coordinator of the Leadership Institute, and was the invited student speaker at this year's annual 1896 donor dinner. Sinead Cummins is a large animal science major headed off to vet school. On campus, Sinead served as an RA, has been a visible presence working in the library, served as president of Omega Chi sorority, and created a safe and welcoming space on campus as the president of GLOW and through involvement with the Minority Relations Council. Nikki Gaetano is graduating with a degree in biology pre-professional track. He is the senior class president, has served as an RA for 3 years, been team captain of both the men's soccer and tennis teams, and representative for the university's Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and a frequent presence on the MAC All-Academic Honor Roll. Michelle Glitzer is graduating with a degree in business administration with a specialization in marketing. As a valued student member of the marketing and communications team, she has interacted with and written about almost every facet and area of the university. She has won campus awards for her photography and her writing, and was the 2019 Watson Fellow. Meredith Mayer graduates with a major in biology and a minor in chemistry and is heading off to Tulane University for a PhD. She has conducted student research, participated in the community symphonic and jazz bands, served as an RA, a peer mentor, biology club president, and a supplemental instruction and writing center tutor. Chloe Cease graduates with a secondary education agriculture major, ready to make a difference in the lives of young people through learning. She's been an extraordinarily active student leader, serving as president of the Interclub Council, Delta Tau Alpha, and with active roles in Collegiate Farm Bureau, Ducks Unlimited, and Kappa Delta Pi, and student government. Shane Whitcop is a counseling psychology major with a passion to help others. He has been a peer mentor, president of Psychology Club, and active member of the Newman Club. Perhaps you know him best by his nickname, the Mailman, as he has been a visible and steady presence in the campus mailroom and across campus for 4 years. Thank you all for your many and varied contributions to our Del Val. You all spoke in your own way and in your own voice about how humbled you were to be considered for this award. We assure you that we were the ones who were humbled and indeed inspired by the personal stories of transformation that you shared and by your love for this university. This year's recipient of the Founders Award has touched virtually every area of the university through their engagement and leadership, leaving, it seems, no opportunity unexplored for what it might teach. In describing their experience at Del Val, our recipient told us that they had found their voice and come to own themselves. One of this student's nominators, a longtime faculty member, said that, in short, this student is one of the most engaging, thoughtful, and talented students they have known since arriving at the university. Another nominator wrote that in each of their many forms of involvement on campus, this student has lifted and inspired others to achieve success. Ultimately, that phrase struck us as the very essence of our founder, Dr. Krauskopf's vision for the university, to lift and inspire others to success. And so, for significant leadership by example and stellar citizenship within our community, it's my pleasure to recognize Meredith Mayer as this year's Founders Award recipient. Meredith, thank you for everything you have done for Del Val, and we wish you the very best for what we know will be an extremely bright future. Dr. Rusolowski will now present the Presidential Scholar Award.
Thank you, Dr. Very. The Delaware Valley University Presidential Scholar Award is presented to a graduating senior with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year, we have an 8-way tie for that distinction. This is a high honor and a reflection of all of these students' hard work and dedication. Jonathan Bruxford. Jonathan, a sustainable agricultural systems major, grew up on the Kenai Peninsula in south central Alaska. In his search for a school where he could study sustainable agriculture, Jonathan decided that Del Val was the right fit for him because of the structure of the program and the helpfulness of the faculty. Jonathan spoke with Dr. Jacqueline Ricotta, Plant Science and Landscape Architecture Department Chair, prior to coming to Del Val, and from that moment forward, she has always sought to help him both in and out of the classroom. The effort she puts into helping others succeed is acknowledged and greatly appreciated. Jonathan is completing a career exploration with Stephen Dadio, an adjunct soil professor, which is giving him an opportunity to expand his understanding of soils far beyond what he could have conceived before starting at Del Val. Jonathan's main interest and passion is his faith. In addition, he enjoys plants and soils, music, outdoor activities, reading and writing, and spending time with family and friends. Following graduation, Jonathan hopes to have opportunities to apply what he has learned in communities in undeveloped areas of the world and help them to better understand their situations through sustainable agriculture. Michelle Glitzer. Michelle hails from Doylestown, Pennsylvania. She is a business administration major specializing in marketing with a minor in media and communication. Del Val was the perfect choice for Michelle due to its short commute and beautiful campus, as well as the opportunities it presented in and out of the classroom. Michelle wanted a school that enabled her to build relationships with her professors and provide her with real-world experiences to prepare for her career. The professors in the business and media departments have mentored her academically, creatively, professionally, and personally by sharing their wisdom. Michelle is inspired by their passion for their students and their willingness to go above and beyond to prepare students for their careers. Michelle was the marketing and communications office intern at Del Val and worked with many different departments on campus to promote events, write articles, photograph events, and create videos. As a business department student worker, she participated in recruitment for the department, assisted with the accreditation process, and helped develop Blackboard courses. Other internships included sales intern in the Peddlers Village Group Sales Office and a marketing internship at Lead Dog Marketing Solutions. Michelle has always been interested in photography and graphic design and found that she could incorporate her passion of visual storytelling into a marketing career. In addition to visual art, she is passionate about the environment and says her happy place in life is at her church and with family and friends. Michelle is currently interning at Roger Green & Associates, a pharmaceutical market research firm in New Hope, Pennsylvania. She plans on continuing this position full-time post-graduation. In addition, she hopes to continue working on photography and graphic design projects on the side. Danielle Connerth. Danielle is a small animal science major and hails from Huntington Town, Maryland. Danielle transferred from another university where she was pursuing a veterinary career. She chose to come to Del Val because of the options it offered in small animal science, the ability for her to study animal behavior, and the smaller hands-on experience where the professors knew the students personally. The professor that most inspired Danielle is Dr. Jennifer Shelley. She says that Dr. Shelley is energetic and enthusiastic and made learning about difficult topics not just fun, but fascinating. She goes on to say that Dr. Shelley truly cares about the students and goes above and beyond to help with any situation that may arise, even outside of the classroom. For her E360 requirement, Danielle worked as a lead camp counselor at the Bucks County YMCA here in Doylestown. Through this hands-on experience, she learned about leadership, teamwork, childcare, and most importantly, non-traditional outdoor education. As a member of the Del Val varsity field hockey team, Danielle developed a passion for health and fitness. She continues to put into practice her knowledge of teamwork and skill while playing field hockey to coach a local youth field hockey club. In addition, while at Del Val, she used her science background to receive a certification in personal training. After graduating in December of 2019, Danielle had to decide whether to pursue her love of animals or passion for health and fitness as a certified professional trainer. Although her ultimate dream is to find a way to combine these two fields, for now she is very fortunate to work as a personal trainer and fitness coach at a local gym. Every day she tries to bring the energy and enthusiasm that Dr. Shelley brought to teaching into her own lessons there. Nadine Patterson. Nadine majored in equine science and management with a specialization in business management. She is a New Jersey native, a wife, a mother, and a grandmother. Nadine set aside her dreams for a college education and became involved in full-time mission work, traveling to and working in more than 26 countries. She is presently the Director of Mission Outreach in Nicaragua, working as the Nicaragua Strategy Director for E3 Partners. Nadine has a passion for helping those who are less fortunate and empowering them to achieve things that they may not have thought possible. She challenged herself to what seemed to be impossible. She began her new journey as a freshman in Del Val in September 2016. Nadine's time at Del Val has been very challenging, not only academically but physically. Instrumental in her journey have been two professors in particular, Stephanie Barbera and Bill Veal. She says that both are highly respected and extremely knowledgeable in their fields. Their entire teaching style has an element of approachability and invitation to participate. Their expertise and personal accessibility have been an invaluable asset to Nadine. The combination of them together has been a 1-2 punch that helped Nadine develop the business plan for her nonprofit business that she will be pursuing after graduation. In December of 2019, the business plan for her nonprofit was finalized, and the dream of New Journey Farm is becoming a reality. New Journey Farm will be an equine-assisted therapy outreach using horses to assist in grief therapy. Nadine credits her faith, the prayers of many friends and family, and the help of her incredible professors for their help in reaching this goal. She hopes that her story will inspire others to pursue their dreams even when they might seem impossible. Victoria Ryan. Victoria, a business administration major, hails from Southampton, Pennsylvania. Victoria chose to attend Del Val because of the type of community present on campus where she was able to have a hands-on and individualized education. Without a doubt, Professor Bill Veal was her greatest inspiration. Victoria commented that he is more than just a professor, he is a confidant, a mentor, and a motivator. She also says that she always knew that he wanted her to succeed. Del Val and the E360 Experience program allowed her to live out her dream of becoming a part of the Disney College program. She moved to Florida for 5 months working as a merchandise cast member off Main Street, USA in the Magic Kingdom. In her spare time, Victoria loves to horseback ride and dance. It is her peace after a long week. Victoria was fortunate enough to finish her undergraduate degree in December 2019. She has been working full-time as a merchandise buyer at QVC. She has also been continuing her education at Del Val through its 4+1 MBA program. Brianna Savard. Brianna is a business administration major and hails from Newtown, Pennsylvania. Brianna chose Del Val because of its close proximity to home, awesome cohort program through Bucks County Community College, and dedication to its students. Brianna credits Professor Christine Seal as a major reason for her academic success. She was an inspiration in all of the classes Brianna had her as an instructor in. Brianna says she was understanding, gave assignments that were challenging, and provided useful resources for her future. Not to mention, of course, that Professor Seal is a great person. Brianna's E360 experience as a shift manager at a local chain restaurant allowed her to take on new responsibilities such as inventorying, interviewing, and analyzing reports, which was a wonderful learning experience that helped her step out of her comfort zone. Brianna's interests are traveling, hiking, food, and animals. After graduation, Brianna hopes to pursue a career in human resources as a human resources manager for a company she loves and eventually achieve a master's degree. Jessica Topka. Jessica is an animal science major from Westchester, Pennsylvania. She chose Del Val because of the many opportunities for hands-on learning. For Jessica, hands-on learning helps her to retain information for longer periods of time. She says Del Val's curriculum was perfect for her learning style. Many professors have motivated her in her academic career. In particular, Dr. Pamela Reed. Dr. Reed has always been supportive and a constant reminder for her that hard work will pay off. During her time at Del Val, Jessica worked in a small animal clinic, studied abroad in Belize, and participated on the A-Day executive team for the leadership component of E360. She is grateful for all of these experiences. Stepping outside of the classroom reminds her what she is working towards. After graduation, Jessica will be attending the University of Missouri College of Veterinary Medicine. Her plan is to work in an interdisciplinary environment, tackling disease prevention, food safety, drug and vaccine development, and other public health issues. Elizabeth Trevino. Elizabeth is from Hilltown Township in Upper Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and is a counseling psychology major. Elizabeth chose Del Val for 2 reasons: location and size. The location meant that she could commute from home. The small class and faculty size allowed her, even with a reserved personality, to foster relationships and pursue new opportunities. A professor who inspired and motivated her was Dr. Kathy Wu. Dr. Wu's instruction provided her with an example of what type of counselor she would like to emulate in the future. Also, Dr. Wu provided her motivating feedback on her potential that reassured her that she was on the right track, both personally and professionally. Elizabeth is an avid reader and amateur baker, as well as a big Flyers fan. She is passionate about understanding the human psyche and using that to better herself and others. After graduating, she plans to take a year to gain hands-on experience in a mental health organization before going for her master's in marriage and family therapy. Congratulations to all 8 of you. Jennifer Brennan, Director of Human Resources, will now present the John Herbst Staff Member of the Year Award.
I have the pleasure of announcing the John Herbst Staff Member of the Year Award. John Herbst was a Delaware Valley University employee for many years following his retirement from a career as an engineer. Known for his love of the university, John is remembered as a kind man, a caring, gentle, and accomplished man of intellect, to whom self-direction and initiative came naturally. John worked here in the maintenance department as a volunteer on many projects, but primarily those that involved woodworking, cabinetry, and repair. When John Herbst passed away, the faculty and staff organized a tribute to the person widely recognized as the most patient on campus. The walkway between the Aaron Building and Mandel near Lake Archer was named posthumously in his honor. He was also the first to be honored with the Staff Member of the Year Award, which later would be named in his honor. Please join me in congratulating Pauline Phillips, this year's recipient of the Staff Member of the Year Award. When reading that Mr. Herbst was a patient man, I was immediately reminded of Pauline. She is always willing to listen and to help solve a problem. In fact, her proactive nature often prevents problems from occurring at all. This is what one nominator wrote about Pauline Phillips, Assistant to Vice President of Academic Affairs, who has worked in her role since 2006. Another nominator wrote that Pauline embodies the core values of our university. She displays respect for all people in her daily contact with students, parents, staff, and faculty. She pursues excellence through her work and her interactions. She has consistently served the institution with passion and commitment. She aids in connecting our learning community with one purpose every single day. A third nominator noted her oversight of commencement, noting she also coordinates the annual commencement program, the university's largest event. This is no easy task. She coordinates team members from all areas of campus over a period of months for this one-day celebration, and she handles it flawlessly. They added, I have known and worked with Pauline for over 4 years, and never have I worked with a person who gives as much attention to detail as she does. She is dependable, efficient, always warm and cheerful, and has remarkable patience. They also wrote that Pauline is always there to lend a hand and always lifts the spirits of those around her. Her skills, knowledge, willingness to help others, and dedication to our university make her our John Herbst Memorial Staff Member of the Year Award nominee. I will now turn the program back over to Dr. Rusolowski.
I now have the pleasure of announcing the Delaware Valley University Professorship Award. This award recognizes a faculty member who, by their intelligence, proven teaching ability, and research accomplishments, has advanced the university's learning atmosphere and reputation both on and off campus. Members of the faculty, including department chairs, nominate colleagues who exemplify the attributes of this award. All nominees are reviewed by a committee consisting of the previous 2 award recipients and the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Faculty. I would like to congratulate and acknowledge this year's recipient, Elizabeth Carpenter, Instructor of English. Since joining the English department in spring 2016, Beth has demonstrated her commitment to the field of rhetoric and composition, as well as to the importance of good teaching and its effects on good learning. She is an excellent instructor, and her concern for her students' academic success and personal growth is evidenced every day. She routinely receives excellent student evaluations, with students consistently commenting on her commitment to their success and her efforts to help them succeed. Beth has a natural affinity for teaching. In addition to her knowledge of theory and experience in the field, she is able to break the invisible barrier that often exists between an instructor and a class. She works hard to make her students feel recognized and respected as individuals, giving them confidence in creating an atmosphere where true learning can occur. Beth is a generous volunteer when action is needed in the English department and has contributed broadly to campus learning as well. She revitalized the Student Writing Conference and through careful planning, energetic communication efforts, and all-around enthusiasm, brought in a record number of students. As a participant on the Advanced Student Success Task Force for Strategic Planning, Beth contributes ideas from her experience and research, as she does on the Student Affairs Faculty Advisory Committee and as a member of the Grow Into Your Future Task Force. Beth, along with a colleague and a student, presented at the International Society for Exploring Teaching and Learning in 2017. Her presentation focused on the intentional strategies instructors can implement in their classrooms to create an atmosphere in which students can succeed. Dr. Linda Maisel, department chair, commented that those of us in the English department have benefited from Beth's kindness, generosity, and sense of humor. Beth is pursuing her doctoral degree in educational leadership at Del Val in the higher education track. Her dissertation will be in the area of student success, where she plans on studying ADHD students in first-year writing courses and strategies for their success. She is currently in the second year of a 3-year program. She's an active member of the National Council of Teachers of English and the Conference on College Composition and Communication. In addition, Beth has recently been promoted to Assistant Professor of English, effective fall 2020. Congratulations to Beth Carpenter. I now have the pleasure of announcing the Distinguished Faculty Member Award. This award is the most prestigious faculty award at Delaware Valley University. Members of the faculty nominate deserving colleagues for the award in recognition of outstanding performance. The criteria are teaching excellence, availability to students through advising and co-curricular activities, and contributions to the university community, both on and off campus. Nominees are then asked to present portfolios, which include a philosophy of teaching, professional achievements, and testimonials from students, alumni, and fellow colleagues. It is my pleasure to announce and acknowledge the 2020 recipient of the Distinguished Faculty Member Award, Christine Seal, Assistant Professor of Business and Information Management. Christine is an excellent teacher with a range of real-world experiences that enable her to effectively teach several classes to great effect. She is adept at teaching face-to-face with authority and capturing students' attention with her knowledge and her personality. Professor William Veal noted that Christine is equally at home teaching online. When monitoring her online class for a recent evaluation, he was amazed at the level of student engagement and at how much fun everyone was having working with her on management cases. He also added that she's particularly good at helping her peers adapt to technology and the nuances of getting through to struggling students. Christine has a friendly yet professional relationship with all of her students. They know she is there to help and support them, but there is total awareness of the fact that they are expected to get the work done and done well. One student commented that Christine promotes professionalism, kindness, and open-mindedness above all else. Bill Veal says that Christine freely gives of herself to guide each and every student to a higher level of reasoning. She's able to do this through her empathy for her students while creating an environment in which students feel safe to express differing opinions. Christine is an excellent advisor to her students, her own advisees, and those of others. She is keenly adept in helping those who are adjusting to and navigating college life. She gives of her time and expertise freely. A former graduate student of Christine's commented, "She always had great and very interesting case studies, which always made me think outside the box. She was always punctual and responsive, which will always be an ongoing goal of mine throughout my career path. She was also structured and knowledgeable in all that she taught. Christine was an enthusiastic and effective co-chair of the department for several years. She's also been an active member of the curriculum committee and the co-chair of the core curriculum committee, as well as a leader in thoughtful debate about the structure and purpose of curriculum changes. She's a catalyst for student recruitment, both on and off campus, and is a steady, consistent supporter of the department as a whole. Additionally, she has been the flag bearer of assessment and accreditation for the department, having co-led the institution's effort to seek and receive ACBSP accreditation for our business programs. Christine, simply put, is a champion of Del Val. She works tirelessly to make this a strong academic environment to meet the needs of all of our students, other departments, staff members, and the administration. She is the epitome of a team player. On a personal note, I will add that since her nomination came forward, Christine stepped up quickly in response to the COVID-19 crisis, during which she has been both a resource and a source of encouragement and strength for scores of faculty in making the transition to remote instruction. We are all grateful to her for her leadership in this regard. Congratulations, Christine Seal. Thank you for being with us today. Congratulations to everyone. Stay well, stay safe, and stay Del Val strong. We are all in this together. Thank you.